The Carpio 2 is an accessory that aims to prevent wrist strain by elevating it slightly and relieving the tension caused by having it in the conventional but incorrect position. In this video, I'll show you what you get in the box as well as my first impressions after a week of use and whether it's beneficial or more of a hindrance. The unboxing experience is pretty simple and sleek. You pull on this tab to reveal the compartment containing the Carpio 2 as well as an info card at the top. The info card shows a simple example of where the Carpio 2 should be positioned relative to your hand. Taking a closer look at the bottom, we have a textured finish which doesn't really serve a purpose. We have raised DeltaHub text on the left and raised Carpio text on the right. The edges have an extremely smooth finish, and this is what lets the Carpio slide smoothly across your mousepad. The rubber on the bottom left or top right when facing the right way up is fairly thin, as it'll be supporting the right side of your palm away from your thumb. The rubber on the bottom right or top left will be supporting the thumb side of your palm and so is understandably thicker. The rubber itself is fairly hard. This prevents the wrist from reverting back to a non-optimal or non-ergonomic position. If DeltaHub had opted for a softer rubber, the support would have to be a lot thicker and that would take away from the aesthetic. The other items in the box include a convenient carry case. It's very soft with some branding at the front. And finally, we have a sticker. Now on to actually using the thing. If you look at the provided info card inside the box, it mentions that the Carpio 2 should be directly below the bottom portion of your palm. This is to prevent extension of the wrist and protect you from carpal tunnel. Test the Carpio 2 on the surface of your mousepad to make sure it glides smoothly across. It's definitely a little awkward to use in the first few days as you have to adapt your muscle memory to move the Carpio 2 naturally with your mouse movements. If you're used to making micro adjustments with your mouse whilst keeping your hand static, you may run into issues with your mouse colliding with the Carpio 2. This wasn't an issue after prolonged use, and the info card in the box does state that it can take up to 2 weeks to acclimatize. Again, this comes back to getting your muscle memory up to speed. If you tend to use a palm grip on your mouse, meaning that the bottom half of your palm covers the bottom half of the mouse, the Carpio 2 won't really work for you since the optimal position is under the bottom part of your palm. I use a claw grip, so naturally I didn't have a problem. I've never really had an issue with wrist pain, but I do experience wrist pops after particularly long sessions at my computer. I've not had the Carpio 2 long enough to determine whether the wrist pops are no longer an issue, so time will tell. Just for comparison's sake, this is what the mouse looks like without the Carpio 2. In the side-by-side shot, you can see there's a slight dip in the wrist where the Carpio 2 isn't being used. To test how it fared with gaming, I played Call of Duty throughout the week to gauge whether it affected my performance in any way. At the beginning, I was definitely aware of the Carpio 2 in the sense that it didn't feel integral to my experience. That changed towards the latter end of the week as my muscle memory adjusted, although not completely. I'll update the description if my opinion changes after a couple of months. I may also do a follow-up video if people are interested. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that. You'll find that the rubber will retain sweat marks after a long gaming session. These can be wiped off very easily, so it's not a concern. The rubber is high quality, so I don't think my sweat will cause it to degrade over time. If you're used to moving the mouse to the very bottom of your mousepad, you'll need to stop doing that. I did run into this issue at the beginning, so I had to consciously avoid it until it became natural. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the purchase. It does cost a lot, coming in at £31 or $43 including shipping for what is essentially a sliding piece of rubber. I know, it is a little more complicated than that, and if it helps with wrist health in the long term, then it's worth it for me. Also, it's pretty comfortable and doesn't look too bad on my desk. Thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you're still here, I'm going to guess you enjoyed the video, so why not subscribe? If there are any other accessories like this you'd like me to cover or any other tech item out there, please leave a comment below. See you in the next one.